buenas amigas, amigos y bienvenidos al último capítulo de Agatha Christie, Asesinato en el Orient Express. Bueno, gente, vamos a desentrañar toda la trama, ¿vale? Y a ver qué tal, familia. Os recuerdo que si os mola el contenido lo podéis apoyar con un gran likeazo. Y familia, no me lío más, let's go, vamos a darle caña al último capítulo. Vale, familia, recordad que estamos en Ginebra, ¿vale?
9 o'clock. Our driver did well. It took barely an hour to get here from Lausanne.
But we must conclude our business in 1 hour as well. Book can only hold the train until 11 o'clock.
1 hour to find the key of Ratchet's safety deposit box, the box number, and its passcode. A lot to ask.
Indeed, which is why we must split our forces. I will take the cab to Monsieur Wadi's address. You must search his office.
I have you on speed dial. And thank you, Mr. Poirot.
For what, mademoiselle?
For trusting me.
Cómo me gusta cuando se toca el bigote. La madre que lo trajo. Vale, ¿qué empezamos? Con Locke. Con la inspectora empezamos. Este episodio va a estar bastante entretenido, porque vamos a estar con la inspectora y con Poirot. Vale, familia. ¿Qué debemos hacer? Entra en el despacho a la caja fuerte de Ratchet. Necesitamos acceder a la caja fuerte de Ratchet. No será fácil. Luego entra en el despacho del señor Wadi. Entra en el despacho del señor Wadi para ver qué puedo averiguar sobre la caja fuerte de Ratchet. Vale. Vamos a ver qué podemos hacer por aquí. Pum, 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 pum. Con esta podemos correr. Vale, puerta cerrada. Puerta cerrada. Vale, vamos a ir por aquí, por el centro. Está guapa, ¿eh? Vale. Vamos a ver.
You there. I have an appointment with Mr. Wadi.
Let me check. I'm sorry, I don't see any appointments this morning
Bueno.
at all. Mr. Wadi hasn't even arrived yet. Although he should be here by now.
Vale. Convence a la empleada para que te deje entrar al despacho del señor Wadi.
I'm Joanna Locke. I made an appointment with Mr. Wadi 2 weeks ago.
Madam, please. You must know in the Banque du Lac, all accounts are anonymous. Unfortunately, I cannot verify your identity.
Then you will forget I mentioned my name.
I
Mierda.
already have.
Good. I'll wait in Mr. Wadi's office. I can't stand out here in public. If someone should recognize me, you understand?
Oh yes, of course. I'm sure Mr. Wadi will be here shortly. I can send him right in when he arrives. His office is this way.
Pues qué rápido, ¿no? Me ha enseñado el despacho, ¿no? A ver dónde va esta mujer. Vale, será este a la izquierda, ¿no? Sí.
Please come in.
Vale. Perfecto.
I can't understand where Mr. Wadi might be.
Está muerto.
Right. I don't have much time at all.
Vale. Vale, perfecto.
Time is not on my side.
El tiempo apremia.
It's closed.
Cerrado. Está guapo el cuadro.
Alice in Wonderland. Again. Mr. Wadi seems to have really liked this book.
¿Esto qué pasa? ¿Lo leemos? Sí, vamos a leerlo porque parece que tenemos una contraseña o algo. Dice, bueno, suelo ver a un gato sin sonrisa, pensó Alicia, pero no una sonrisa sin gato, es la cosa más curiosa que he visto en mi vida. No tardó mucho en divisar la casa de la liebre de Murph. Dedujo que lo era porque las chimeneas tenían forma de orejas y el tejado estaba cubierto de piel. era tan grande que decidió, antes de acercarse, mordisquear un poco del trocito de seta que tenía en la mano izquierda. Y creció unos 62 centímetros de altura. Vale, aquí tenemos un 2, voy a apuntar que tengo aquí. Vale, vamos a ver. Un 2. Por si acaso fuese esto... Está señalado en negro si fuese... código, ¿vale? Dice, aún entonces se aproximó más bien con tiento a la casa, diciéndose, supongamos que está loca de atar. Casi habría sido mejor ir a ver al sombrerero. Capítulo 7, una merienda de locos. Dice, la mesa estaba puesta delante de la casa, bajo un árbol, y la liebre de marzo y el sombrerero estaban tomando el té. Entre ellos había un lirón profundamente dormido, sobre el cual apoyaban los codos, usándolo de cojín, y hablaba por encima de su cabeza. Muy incómodo para el lirón, pensó Alicia, aunque como esté dormido, seguro que no le importa. Aunque la mesa era grande, los tres se apretujaban en una esquina. Marcamos 3. Dice, no hay sitio, no hay sitio, exclamaron al ver llegar a Alicia. Hay sitio de sobra, dijo Alicia indignada, y se sentó en un gran sillón, en un extremo de la mesa. Dice, sírvete vino, le invitó la liebre de marzo. Alicia, por más que buscó por toda la mesa, no vio más que té. No veo vino, comentó. No hay, dijo la liebre de marzo. Pues es muy descortés de su parte ofrecerlo, dijo Alicia indignada. También lo de tu parte sentarte sin ser invitada, dijo la liebre de marzo. No sabía que la mesa fuera suya, dijo Alicia. Está servida para más de 3 personas. ¿Necesitas un corte de pelo?, dijo el sombrerero. Había estado mirando un rato a Alicia con gran curiosidad y esta fue su primera intervención. Vale, un 3. 3. Y usted debería aprender a no hacer comentarios personales, dijo Alicia, con cierta dureza, es de mala educación. El sombrerero, al oír esto, abrió los ojos de par en par, pero solo dijo, ¿en qué se parece un cuervo a un escritorio? Anda, vamos a divertirnos un poco, pensó Alicia. Me gustan los acertijos, y añadió en voz alta, creo que lo sé. ¿Quieres decir que crees que sabes más que sabes la respuesta?, dijo la liebre de marzo. Exacto, dijo Alicia. Entonces deberías decir lo que piensas, prosiguió la liebre de marzo. Ya lo hago, se apresuró a contestar Alicia. Al menos pienso lo que digo. Es lo mismo, ¿no? Para nada, dijo el sombrerero. Lo mismo podrías decir que veo lo que como es igual que como lo que veo. Exacto. Lo mismo podrías decir, añadió la liebre de marzo, que me gusta lo que tengo es igual que tengo lo que me gusta. Lo mismo podrías decir, concluyó el lirón, que parecía hablar en sueños, que respiro cuando duermo es igual que duermo cuando respiro. Dice, en tu caso es igual, puntualizó el sombrerero. Y aquí terminó la conversación. El grupo permaneció en un rato en silencio mientras Alicia intentaba recordar todo lo que sabía sobre cuervos y escritorios, que no era mucho. El sombrerero fue el primero en romper el silencio. ¿Qué día del mes es hoy?, dijo volviéndose a Alicia. Había sacado del bolsillo el reloj y lo miraba con inquietud, agitándolo a cada momento y llevándoselo al oído. Alicia reflexionó un poco y dijo, 4. 2 días de retraso, suspiró el sombrerero. Ya te dije que la mantequilla no le iría bien a la maquinaria, añadió mirando. Iracundo a la liebre de marzo. ¿Era mantequilla de la buena?, respondió despacio. Sí, pero tendría migas dentro, gruñó el sombrerero. No debiste ponerla con el cuchillo del pan. Vale, un 4 vamos a meter. Dice, la liebre de marzo cogió el reloj y lo observó melancólicamente. Luego lo sumergió en su taza de té de nuevo, tal. Joder, gente, ¿esto qué pasa? Mamá. Vamos a apuntar esto, ¿eh? O sea... 9... No sé si esto será de algo. 6... Wow. 2. ¿Esto qué pollas es, tío? Vale. Pues eso es lo que se ve. Vale. Listo. Vamos a ver qué tenemos aquí.
A souvenir tower of Babel. Makes sense. We know that Mr. Wadi is from Iraq, and the ancient tower is said to have been built there.
¿Esto qué es? Oh. Vale. Vamos a ver más cosas. A ver qué tenemos por ahí.
Locked.
Cerrado. Vale. Nos queda la ordenata.
I need the password. Maybe Poirot can help me.
Hostia. Pues no sé si será el código este. A ver. 233 4962 4962. Pues no. A ver. ¿Qué tenemos aquí? Siete, 9 del 9 de 2018.
I'm taking a picture of it. I'll send it to Poirot. It might be useful to him.
Vale, examinado. Llamar a Poirot. ¿Qué está llamando?
I managed to get into Wadi's office. I did a quick preliminary search. Everything is locked, including his computer. All I could find was a photo with a date on it. I just sent it to you. Maybe you can use it.
Thank you. That might help. I've just arrived at the apartment. I'll call you when I find something.
As quick as you can. I can't stay here long.
Vale, ahora estamos con Poirot. Me imagino que podremos averiguar lo del ordenador, el código del ordenador, la torre esa que teníamos, la figurita esa, ¿vale? Los puzzles esos yo creo que podremos resolverlo.
This is definitely not Monsieur Wadi's apartment. This is definitely... Ah, here we are.
Vale.
Let's see if the key I picked up in Monsieur Wadi's luggage in Venice will open his door. Great.
Magnífico. Vamos para adentro a ver qué tenemos aquí. Cuarto de baño. Bigotico.
Come to Poirot, my exquisitely sculpted friend.
¿Ves? Lo bueno de estos juegos que te ves, ¿vale? Buena señal. Vale. Hemos entrado. Esto es para cambiar, o sea que podemos cambiar si le damos a la X de uno a otro. Vale. ¿Qué tenemos aquí?
The key to the password is close. I can feel it.
Dice, reúnete conmigo en Venecia el 18 de diciembre a las 10. Confirma la cita enviándome una postal con el lugar de encuentro. Tráeme 50 fajos, el pasaporte italiano y las gafas rojas. Como siempre, he cambiado el código. El nuevo es, mira en la edición antigua de 1865. Hostia. Tengo que apuntarlo. Porque no me voy a acordar. Si no. Vale, he cambiado el código. Edición antigua. A ver. Edición antigua de 1865, páginas 88-91. Esto no será lo que he visto yo antes, 94, 96 y 98, me parece. 94, 96 y 98, que yo me parece que es lo que he visto antes, el libro ese. Vale, esto está por aquí. A ver. Vale, introduce la contraseña de la caja fuerte de Ratchet. A ver, busca en el apartamento. Código de la caja fuerte. Introduce la contraseña. Vale. Tenemos que introducir la contraseña. Y esto seguramente lo tenga ella. A ver qué tenemos aquí.
A dart. A familiar projectile found in any pub in England.
Capítulo 7. Vale. ¿Puede ser esto? 88, 91, o sea que sería un 3. A ver. A ver si es esto, a ver. Un 3. En la 88. En la 91. No pone. 93, 92, 91. Pero no se ve. 94. Sería un 9. A ver, un 3, un 9. 96 sería un 6. Uf. En el 98 no sabemos. Vale. La madre que trajo, ¿eh? No sé si es este, ¿eh? A lo mejor no es este, ¿eh? No sé, aquí hay algo más, ¿eh? ¿No? No sé. Vamos a seguir viendo. Vale, aquí tenemos posits.
That may be useful to Mademoiselle Locke or me. I'll take a photo.
Vale, foto del frigorífico. Vale. Ah, luego cambiamos, con Luke. Vale, podemos entrar.
This computer won't give up its secrets easily. A Swiss and Arabic keyboard.
Qué putada, ¿no? Y aquí... A ver... Tablero.
A bizarre endgame to be sure, but I suspect checkmate is possible for white in 3 moves. Let's see.
Vale, esto va a ser... Vale. Esto va a ser luego para el código que necesitamos del ordenador de allí. Vale, familia. Vale. ¿Quién coño está picando? Vamos a ver.
I think this belongs here.
Vale. El dardo. Vale, ahora volvemos aquí. A ver quién pica.
Who are you? What are you doing in there?
I am Hércules Poirot. I am working with the police. You are Monsieur Wadi's neighbor?
Yes, next door. I heard a noise. I thought it was Mr. Wadi who had come home. I don't know him very well. A delivery man left a package for him with me.
Un paquete para él.
He is lying, and I will prove it. I need some hard
Vale.
evidence to prove he's lying.
Vale.
What evidence can help me
Joder.
prove he's lying? You don't know your neighbor very well.
Yes, what of it?
Hombre, vive ahí enfrente, ¿no?
You say you don't know Monsieur Wadi when you live right next door to him?
I keep to myself. What of it?
That may be true. Geneva is a big city. How is it that Monsieur Wadi has a picture of you on his desk? There is quite a family resemblance. You wouldn't be his brother by any chance?
Why are you going through his things?
As I told you, I am working with the police.
All right, yes. I'm his brother, Mehdi Wadi.
Su
You know where
hermano.
he is?
I am very sorry, sir, but I have some terrible news for you. Your brother has been murdered. You have my sincere condolences.
Oh no. Aziz, my wife, my son, their hearts will break. Everything he did was for his family. He brought us here from Iraq to give my son a better future. We can't go back. You won't. You won't.
Do not fret, Monsieur Wadi. I do not want to cause trouble for you and your family. I am here to catch his murderer. When did you last see your brother?
2 days ago. He was on his way to Venice. It was not a journey he was looking forward to. I knew something was wrong, but he promised all would be well soon. My son will be heartbroken. Aziz made a point of reading to Fadi every night so he could
Pedazo de
learn English.
encías tiene el nota, ¿no?
Hope to legally emigrate there one day.
Your son, Fadi. What did Monsieur Wadi read to him?
His favorite book is Alice in Wonderland. The nonsense of it all. Why?
It is the answer to a question I had. I believe your brother was a good man, forced for some reason to keep secrets, and that got him killed.
Sir, there is something else. Aziz left me a letter to open if anything should happen to him.
Could you show it to me?
Yes, I will get it.
Vale. Dice, hermano, un hombre llamado Ratchet me vio en el banco. Amenazó con matarte a ti y a tu familia para obligarme a hacer cosas ilegales. Mehdi, si muero violentamente, este hombre será el responsable. Envía un mensaje anónimo a la policía. Háblales de su caja fuerte en el Bac du Lac. Su nombre de cuenta bancaria es... Vale. Nombre de cuenta bancaria. A ver. Número, mejor dicho, ¿no? Número, cuenta bancaria 82664 82664. Vale. Ellos sabrán qué hacer. Adiós, hermano mío. Dale recuerdos a Isha y a Fabi. Os deseo a todos una vida plena. Asís.
It all makes sense. It's horrific. But to Ratchet, it would be just business as usual. At least I have Ratchet's account number, 82664. Thank you for giving me this letter. Let me assure you, the man Ratchet cannot harm you. He was killed before your brother was.
Really? Who did it? The one you say hunted Ratchet?
Yes, without a doubt. I promise you I will find them.
Sir, We have no papers. The police...
Your secret is safe with me, monsieur.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Now, I must go to my wife and son. Tonight, I will read to Fadi from Alice in Wonderland, and we will remember my brother.
Alicia en el País de las Maravillas. Vale.
I need to notify Mademoiselle Locke that I have Ratchet's bank account number.
Vale. Vamos a ver qué más tenemos por aquí. Aquí está la habitación. Vale, en el armario nada, aquí nada. Reloj.
Staring at the clock won't help, Poirot. This could be the password to Monsieur Wadi's office computer. He must change
La
it
contraseña.
every month. It seems to have a logical sequence, but I need to find the one for December.
Uf. ¿Y cómo sabemos nosotros estos números? Vale. A ver. 5193.
If that's
Sí.
the password to the computer in
5193.
office, we still need to translate the Arabic characters. And there weren't any Arabic characters on the office computer's keyboard. We need to find out which keys
Vale.
these Arabic characters correspond to on a Swiss keyboard with its Latin characters like the one in Monsieur Wadi's office. I'm right again. That happened.
Vale. Esto listo. Vale, vamos a cambiar. Llamar a la señorita.
Ah, the peculiar habit some people have of displaying things on the door of their refrigerator. I've just sent a photo to you in case it might help you.
Thank you.
I texted Ratchet's account number to you.
Wonderful.
Vale. Entonces, ¿qué quiere decir esto?
Locked.
Vale, aquí necesitamos esto. Aquí necesito otras cosas. Y esto hay que cambiarlo, vale. Y ya me ha entrado una mosca cojonera. Vale, ¿qué tenemos aquí? Código de la caja fuerte. Introduce la contraseña de la caja fuerte. Sí, pero para eso... Jaque mate en 3. Selecciona las jugadas correctas para colocarte en la misma situación.
I don't need Mr. Poirot to tell me I'm wrong. That's it.
Vale. C6. Listo.
No, I did something wrong. Okay.
O C8. Vale, tira para atrás. A nosotros.
I don't need... No, I did something wrong.
Vale, C7.
That's it.
Y jaque mate.
That's it. No rookie mistake there.
Vale. Esto lo tenemos. Busca el despacho. Vale, entra en el despacho del señor Buddy. Tiene que haber dejado pistas para acceder a la caja fuerte de Ratchet, pero si algo salía mal, veré qué encuentro. En cualquier caso, solo tengo que llamar al señor Poirot. Tenemos esto, accede al ordenador del despacho del señor Buddy y el ordenador está protegido con una contraseña. Buddy debe de haberla escondido en alguna parte, pero no necesariamente aquí. Donde cualquiera podría encontrarla. Vale. Y cuenta bancaria de Ratchet. Vale, esta es la cuenta bancaria de Ratchet. Ok, McKay. Vale, perfecto. Vale. Vamos a cambiar.
Mr. Poirot, how are you doing?
I have little to report, but keep looking.
Vale, ordenador.
This keyboard should help me translate.
Este teclado me ayudará a traducir el código. Traducción suizo-árabe, vale. Claro, 5193, ¿no? ¿Qué era? El código. ¿Y ahora? Vale, es lo que tenemos arriba, ¿no? Sería la G esa, que sería... ¿Cuál es esa G, locos? Veo la G de un punto. Vale, la R. Vale, R. Luego sería... la A. Luego vendría... la P. Luego vendría... la F. Y luego, por último, va con 3, ¿no? Arriba. Vale, la A. Parece.
Think, Poirot.
¿Eh?
That is not a good answer.
Ah, no. Algo mal hay. Ah, vale, vale, no es la A, coño. Es una U con 3 puntitos arriba, la E, coño.
Arabic is read from right to left, so the password.
El árabe se lee de derecha a izquierda.
With any luck, this will unlock the computer in
Vale.
Mr. Wadi's office. Let me text it to Miss Locke.
Vale, de derecha a
That's the
izquierda.
right answer.
Vale, ok, perfecto. Vale. Vámonos.
Did you receive my text? This must be the password to Mr. Wadi's computer.
I have it.
Perfecto.
Thank you.
De derecha a izquierdas. Vamos a ver. Entonces, ¿cuál es? Me ha mandado, ¿qué me han mandado? Aquí la contraseña. E3F9. Vale. Vale, se puede, vale. E3F9. 3F9. P1A5R. P1 A. ¿No? No, sí. 5R, vale. 5R, locos. Perfecto. Y el número de cuenta que lo tenemos por aquí. 82664. 82664. Perfecto.
The number of Ratchet's safety deposit box. At last, I should let Mr. Poirot know.
Vale, busca el apartamento del señor Paddy. Busca el despacho del señor Paddy. Número de caja 4346. 4346. Vale, ¿qué más tenemos que hacer ahora? El número de la caja lo tenemos aquí. Introduce la contraseña de la caja fuerte de Ratchet. Vale, que esto lo tiene que hacer ella, ¿no? Vale, lo tenemos aquí. Cuando me espera. El número de caja es 4346. Y aquí me pone 5 números. El número de caja fuerte estaba en el ordenador del despacho. 4346. Vale, este es el otro código que habíamos puesto. Vale, que lo tengo aquí. El 34962. Vale, 349. El del libro de Alicia del País de la Maravilla. 62. 62, loquete.
Word, here it is. Score.
Vale.
One for the good guys.
34962. Vale, ¿y ahora qué debemos de hacer? Vale, entra al despacho del señor Buddy. Tiene que haber dejado pista para hacer la caja fuerte. En cualquier caso, solo tengo que llamar al señor Poirot. Vale, familia, vamos a ver. Vale, entonces, esto está cerrado. Necesitamos la llave, familia. Y yo creo que la llave tiene que estar aquí, tío. Vale. Vale. Llave Z, familia. La llave.
I wonder if it will fit the desk drawer.
Vale. Recogida. Perfecto. Muy bien. Un lápiz. Vale. Documentos, ¿no? Qué raro. No, aquí hay algo más. Aquí hay algo más, ¿eh? Aquí hay algo más, tío. Pero ¿qué coño hay aquí? Yo sé que este lápiz para descubrir algo, pero... A ver. Vale, nos queda el reloj. A ver qué
I was
pasa.
able to access Mr. Waddy's computer. I have Ratchet's safety deposit box number.
Excellent.
I think I've discovered Ratchet's safety deposit box passcode.
Well done, Mademoiselle Locke.
La Diana. Con el tablero, tío. Vale. Vale. A ver. A ver. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 y 8. 1, 2. Vale. 2, 3, 4. A ver. A ver. A ver. 1, 2, 3, 4. Y a 6 me parece. A ver. A ver. No. Ahí. Y me parece que es aquí. Sí. Mamá. ¿Y esto? 1, 2, 3 son 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 y 7. Vale, puede ser este, tío. A ver, 2, 3, 3, 4, 9, 6, 2. Nah. Vale, a ver, vamos a llamar a loco.
Mademoiselle
¿Por
Love,
qué no me cuadra a
how
mí?
far along are you?
Still not very far, but I'm not giving up.
No, no me cuadra a mí esto de aquí. A ver, el papelito. Ah, amigo. Y yo dando vueltas antes, pero si he dado vueltas por todos los lados antes,
Those
tío.
indentations are from the sheet of the notepad that was
Madre.
on top. This is great. All those mystery movies I watched as a kid. I know what to do.
Vale. Vale.
I'll send a picture of this to Poirot.
Esto vale ya. Por lo que se ve, vale ya. Vale, perfecto. Vámonos de aquí. Vámonos a hablar con Poirot. Yo creo que aquí... Creo.
I
No
sent
sé.
you a photo of doodles I found on a notepad. I hope it can help you.
I hope so as well.
Va. Contraseña, familia. 415368. 415368 asterisco. Perfecto. Vale. Llavecita.
It looks like a safe key to me.
Llave de la caja fuerte.
Finally found it.
Vale. Perfecto. Vale, la búsqueda en el despacho, cubierta. Busca el apartamento del señor Buddy, cubierto. Llama a tu camarada. Vale.
Good news. I have found the key to Ratchet's safe.
Perfect. We're running out of time. Do we have everything?
I have the key to the safety deposit box.
I have the number of the box.
And we have the passcode. I'm on my way. Time to rob
Es
a
hora de
bank.
robar un banco. Vale, perfecto, family.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I haven't heard from Monsieur Waddy. You'll have to reschedule with him.
This is quite annoying. I'll have to reschedule.
Absolutely. I hope I have been of service.
You have no idea.
Vale. Viene el taxi con Poirot.
That was fast. We do this as planned?
Yes, I am, Monsieur Ratchet. But with the bank's questionable policy, I do not expect anyone to ask.
Right. Absolute secrecy regarding their clients. The last Swiss bank of its kind.
Vale, accede a la caja fuerte. Vámonos. Mosta, chico.
You can never have too many of these.
Madame, I still haven't heard from Mr. Wadi.
Well, we'll have to make do without him. Now that my friend is here, it's his box we want to access.
And the clock is ticking. I trust there is no problem.
No, no problem at all. May I have your safety deposit box number?
4346.
May I see your key? Do you know your passcode?
Yes. Mademoiselle will be able to accompany me? No names, of course.
Of course. I'll open the door. Go down the stairs. The
Abajo.
guard will accompany you.
Vale. Vámonos, familia. Venga, chico, date prisa, chico. Vaya tranquilidad, pasimonia,
Please leave your personal belongings in this bin and then go through the portal.
Vale.
I'll open it for you.
Todo bien. Y ahora, vale, 40 y ¿qué era? Hemos dicho 43, 46.
At last we reach our goal.
Vale. Oh. ¿Esto qué pasa? Llave. Vale.
Now I will insert my key, if you allow.
Thank you.
Ya el código de antes, ¿no? 415, ¿no? Si no me equivoco. Hostia puta, no sé si es este. 368. No. Vale. Este es el de 3. Entonces era 82664, ¿no? No, 34962. 34962. 34962. Vale. Perfecto.
I'll be by the door should you need any assistance.
At last.
I suspect the effort will be worth it. This collection of various personal items. Do you know what they are, Detective Locke?
I do. God help me, I do. Souvenirs. The trophies serial killers take from their victims to remind them of their kills. Ratchet wasn't just a kidnapper.
No, indeed. He was a monster.
Vale. Empezamos por aquí.
For every soul Ratchet claimed, even more are suffering. Diamonds.
A fortune. Crime does pay.
No, mademoiselle. This time it was the criminal who finally paid. I wonder who this keychain belonged to. Certainly not Ratchet. Another bracelet. Another victim.
Another trophy. And then there's the one that we already found, Suzanne's red glasses.
Traitor.
The one on the left. Ratchet.
Whoever he is with, their friendship seems over.
The build. The hair. It could be Noah, his partner in Daisy's kidnapping.
It appears they had a falling out.
He knew the serial numbers on the banknotes could be traced. The rest of the Armstrong ransom money. The serial numbers match. MC. The real
Michael
journalist
Clark.
Michael Clark. Ratchet would have needed to kill him to assume his identity. He took this ring as his trophy.
Another victim.
Valentín.
Another trophy. A woman. We may never know her name. You were lucky, mademoiselle, when you met him at that cabin in the forest, alone.
How many victims do you think Ratchet had?
Too many.
Y mira que lo tuvimos en comisaría y se tuvo que soltar, ¿eh? Al final lo tuvimos que soltar. Una petaca.
Another trophy. We may never know how many people he killed.
Vale, yo creo que está
4
todo.
years of investigation. It's all over. I finally have the last piece of evidence that Ratchet was Daisy's kidnapper and murderer.
More than that, you have helped unmask a serial killer responsible for so many deaths.
But even with all this, we're no closer to solving Ratchet's murder.
On the contrary, mademoiselle, everything. It is coming together. Don't you agree, detective?
What?
The damaged photograph.
It could be Noah. You think Noah killed Ratchet for revenge?
The train.
What about the train?
I know how a killer could vanish without leaving a trace in the snow.
Wings?
Camouflage. The trophies.
Poirot? We have a train to catch.
Not just a train, Detective Locke. We have a murderer to
A un
catch.
asesino, familia. Vale. Parece que aquí hemos terminado. 19 de diciembre de 2023, las 12:30 del mediodía. Vale, la peña comiendo tranquilamente.
Poirot, enough! You have kept us in suspense ever since we left Lausanne.
Forgive me, my friend. Detective Locke and I needed the time to put the last pieces of the puzzle in their proper places.
I'll fill in where I can, but this is Mr. Poirot's show.
I confess I can't help, but I feel a certain déjà vu.
You are correct, Doctor. We have been here before. However, without you, we wouldn't have been able to reach the true conclusion of this story.
¡Ole!
My friends, your attention, please. I hope you have finished your dessert. You have every right to think the solution to the murder of Ratchet is a closed book. You are wrong. I, Poirot, admit that I was wrong. There is a final chapter.
What in bloody hell?
What does he mean? Perhaps if we are silent, Monsieur Poirot will explain.
Most of us naturally expect a journey by train to proceed in an orderly fashion from station to station. But this journey has gone off the rails. A comfortable journey, which should have been restful, turned out to be quite a challenge for my little gray cells. I beg your indulgence. I know it will be painful, But I must update you on the strange turn the Ratchet murder investigation has taken. I had two hypotheses, as you recall. A stranger boarded the train in Vinkovsky, killed Ratchet, and then exited the train unobserved. That was the first possibility. The second solution gave us 12 jurors who condemned Ratchet to death for the kidnapping and murder of Daisy Armstrong. My friend, Book, probably chose the first solution for the authorities. However, thanks to Dr. Constantine here, a 13th stab wound was discovered, throwing that solution into disarray. Moreover, the words of a witness called into question the chronology of the night of the murder upon which the first two solutions were based. Detective Locke?
Vale. ¿Qué testigo puso en duda la cronología de la noche del asesinato?
Michael admitted to having been absent several times during the night. His absence therefore gave multiple opportunities for a 13th murderer to slip into Ratchet's room before the other 12 jurors lined up to stab him.
You are saying the man Ratchet was when we...
Yes, you executed a man who was already dead, but there were other suspects that night.
Other suspects? Who?
They stand before you. Mr. Fauché, Mr. Maury, and Ms. Nielsen, and they all also had a hole in their stories about their movements that night. Mr. Poirot?
Most of you don't know it, but there was a second murder in Venice.
Mein Gott, another murder.
The victim was a man named Aziz Wadi, a banker in Geneva who was on the payroll of Ratchet. He looked after the money Ratchet obtained from the Armstrong ransom. Ratchet needed money and arranged to meet Mr. Wadi in Venice. One of these three knew about that money. Now, each of them had an alibi, of a sort. But if any of their alibis was a lie, that person had time to murder Monsieur Wadi, Monsieur Fauché, Mademoiselle Nielsen, and Monsieur Maury. One of you murdered Ratchet and Monsieur Wadi.
Are you kidding? I pour drinks for our guests. I don't murder them.
It's nonsense.
You are accusing me because of my knife?
Aquí ninguno es.
Why would one of my employees kill Ratchet?
¿Es la muerte de Daisy el móvil del 13º asesino? Nah.
Think, Joanna. The killer's motive for killing Ratchet was revenge, but not for Daisy's death. The motive for Aziz Wadi's murder was also revenge. Mr. Wadi was helping Ratchet.
Ratchet had an accomplice in the kidnapping named Noah. They kidnapped Daisy together. Ratchet stored the ransom money in a Swiss bank that protected anonymous clients. He forced Monsieur Wadi to watch over the money. Once enough time had passed, Ratchet felt it was safe to have Monsieur Wadi bring him cash whenever Ratchet needed it.
The serial numbers of the bills would still be in a file, but no one would be actively checking it.
Precisely. But Ratchet didn't just keep the ransom in his safety deposit box. There was something much worse. There was something much worse than Daisy's ransom money in that safety deposit box. During her investigation, Detective Locke found evidence proving that Ratchet was what is known as a trophy killer. He kept souvenirs of his crimes. We found trophies in the safety deposit box. There were others in a cabin Ratchet used in the Berkshire Mountains, including a beloved toy of little Daisy's.
If I'd have known that, I would have cut the bastard's head off.
Vale. Conexiones de objetos en la caja. Asocia dos objetos cuyas conexiones podrían ser el móvil del asesinato de Ratchet.
I must admit I'm not right this time.
No. Esa sí es. ¿El anillo?
I do not think that's
No.
the right answer.
Ah, pulsera de cuero.
My little gray cells did not let me down. The bracelet found in the safety deposit box was also on Noah's wrist in a photograph. It's obvious Ratchet killed Noah, and therefore, at last, I can tell you with absolute certainty who the murderer of Ratchet and Monsieur Wadi is.
Puf. Hostia puta. A ver.
No, this doesn't help. That doesn't prove anything.
Tatuaje.
This isn't the right evidence.
No es la prueba correcta. Pues no va a ser este, ¿eh? A ver.
That doesn't prove anything. Mademoiselle Nielsen has the same bracelet as the one found in the safety deposit box in Geneva. A trophy from a victim of Ratchet. Noah.
Having a similar bracelet doesn't prove anything.
Yes, that might be true. If there were not an inscription on it.
Mr. Poirot, you're right. The bracelet looks similar to mine, but I have no idea what the marks on it mean. I just like the design.
The marks are not random, mademoiselle. These are special bracelets. They are called Morse code bracelets. Because, well, you know why. The marks are Morse code. Happily, I learned Morse when I was a young man doing my service for the Belgian army.
Usa el conocimiento de Poirot para traducir el código Morse. ¡Oh! Vale, aquí tiene una. Vale. ¿Y esto cómo empezaría? A ver. A ver, a ver, a ver. Vale, lo que tiene, ¿no? Pero claro, ¿cómo empieza esto? Empieza así, ¿no? Sería... Este sería el primero, ¿no? Una bolita. Dos bolitas. Sería ese. A ver. Pues claro, las pone juntas. Vale, pero es esta. La F. A ver. Luego bolita. Y eso, vale. La R. Luego una bola. Solo hay de una. Sí, fre. A ver. Luego palito. Y redonda. No, luego viene bolita y tres de estos. Vale. Y bolita y uno, vale. Bolita y 3. Y bolita y 1. Freja.
I'm right again. That happened on the bracelet found in Ratchet's safety deposit
Freya.
box was the name Freya in Morse code. Your first name. It belonged to your father, Noah.
Nielsen.
Noah Nielsen. Let's stop playing this little game.
Mademoiselle.
What does yours say? Noah?
It says father. Ratchet. That bastard. He kept my father's bracelet as a trophy.
Thank you. I have to admit your timing for Ratchet's murder was perfect. Do you mind if I continue?
Would it matter? Go ahead. You've earned the right to crow.
I do not make bird sounds, mademoiselle. I take no pleasure in this. You drugged Ratchet's dessert to ensure he would be unconscious when you went to his room. You stole a knife from Monsieur Maury. If it was identified as the murder weapon, he would be accused. You knew Pierre Michel would leave the train for a smoke whenever it was stopped at a station. At Vinkovsky, you waited until he was on the station platform. Then, you carefully made your way along the first-class corridor to Ratchet's room. You entered Ratchet's room with the pass key, accessible to all employees in the crew quarters. You stabbed Ratchet at midnight.
But that knife, where is it?
Probably thrown out of Ratchet's window before the train left the station. A thorough search after the snow melts should turn it up.
My beautiful knife.
El tío solo piensa en el cuchillo.
Then, you carefully returned to the crew quarters, replaced the passkey, and returned to your post.
Et voilà.
Et voila. The affair was not so complicated in the end. But what made the crime seem more complex? Well,
It was us.
Sí.
exactly. The 12 jurors who proceeded to carry out their far more complicated plan literally in the dark without realizing that the man was already...
Speaking only for myself, of course. But I believe we would have invited you to join us.
Ms. Nielsen, you killed Ratchet because he killed your father. Your motive is crystal clear. But why did you kill Aziz Wadi?
It's because of Aziz that my father died. My father knew Aziz was the only one with access to Ratchet's safe, so he convinced Aziz to steal the money from the safety deposit box. But Aziz was too afraid of Ratchet. Instead, he betrayed my father by reporting him to Ratchet. Obviously, Ratchet then murdered my father. Aziz was just as guilty of my father's death as Ratchet.
Ratchet was the worst of humanity. But Monsieur Wadi, if you knew his story...
My father is dead because of him.
I will not debate the point with you, mademoiselle. He had
Está
done nothing to
amenazado también.
justify his death. I do not see any extenuating circumstances that should allow you to escape justice. You will be arrested at the Gare de Lyon when we arrive in Paris.
Judge and jury are you, Monsieur Poirot. And you get away with it. It must be nice. But think of this. I know what you did. What you all did.
She's right. She could turn us all in.
Relax. Hector, is it? Your secret is safe with me. I'm not going to jail. Farewell, Poirot. Enjoy your victory.
Stop! No, Freya, don't jump. You're going to die.
I've made my choice. We'll let fate decide.
No!
Se ha tirado. Ay, madre. Con la Freya.
She jumped.
off the train. Even if she hit the water, considering the height, I doubt she survived. And with this tunnel, either way, she's gone, Poirot.
Madre mía. Con que la culpable muere, los otros matan a uno que estaba ya muerto, se van de rosita. Muy guapo. 19 de diciembre de 2023, las 17:00 de la tarde.
I still can't believe what happened. 13 people took revenge on the same person. This investigation is so incredible. It almost looks like a detective story.
It would surely be a bestseller. It is true that this case will remain as one of the most important investigations of my career.
My only regret will be that I couldn't bring Ratchet to justice, but I can finally close this chapter of my life.
Your determination paid off. You can be proud of yourself.
I think we'll be arriving in Paris soon.
If you will pardon me, Detective Locke, I have to settle a few details with Monsieur Bouc before we arrive.
Please, go ahead.
Vale, vámonos.
I still can't believe Freya was the killer. She never even cheated when we played poker.
She used too much sugar. Nonsense! Her desserts were
Sabe demasiado
divine.
azúcar, dice.
Unfortunately, her actions were not so divine.
There you are, my friend.
Bouc, I have a favor to ask.
Anything.
When we arrive in Paris, will you speak to the police? I would rather keep a low profile.
But why?
Bouc, my first solution was incorrect.
Nonsense. The nuttier the mystery became, the greater your brilliance.
Please.
Very well, if you insist.
I want to thank you, gentlemen, for your service. The cuisine. Under difficult conditions, you surpassed the reputation of the Orient Express.
That is true. I look forward to seeing you again abroad, Monsieur Poirot. I promise, not all of our trips are this eventful.
Princess Dragomirov would like a word with you, Monsieur Poirot. It is important. She is waiting for you in her compartment.
En su
When a
habitación.
princess summons me, how can I refuse?
Vale, ¿dónde era Dragomirov? Habitación 107, vale. Vámonos. 107, familia.
Ah, Mademoiselle Debenham et Captain Arbuthnot. Allow me to congratulate you on your upcoming nuptials.
I hope you won't be too disappointed if you're not invited.
Archie, really? Thanks to Mr. Poirot, there will actually be a wedding.
As you say, my darling. Sorry, old man, and thanks for everything, including finding my train ticket.
Vale.
Count Andreny, how is the Countess?
Much better now that it's all over. I misjudged you, Poirot.
And I you.
There is something else about my wife you should know. Why I am so overprotective.
She is pregnant.
You are quite the detective.
Actually, Dr. Constantine told me. She admitted as much when he was attending to her.
If it's a girl, we are going to name her Daisy. If it's a boy,
Hercule?
he'll be stuck with Rudolph. It's a family tradition.
I wish you and all of your family much.
Se pensaba que iba a poner su nombre. Vale, vámonos. Habitación 105. Esa es la nuestra, 202. Vale. ¿Eh? ¿Cómo? ¿What? Vale, pero... Dragomirov. ¿Qué? ¿107 o 105? Es que estoy ahora yo. 107, coño. Vale. Vale. 107. ¿Qué hacen aquí estas tres?
My daughter, my great friend, and I wanted to talk to you one last time. I speak on behalf of the entire Armstrong family, as well as those close to us. You have shown compassion. We know your reputation, and we understand that your choice was not easy for you. We are all the more grateful. Thank you.
Congratulations, my dear. You managed to say the word although he did manage to put us through quite a lot.
You have given us all closure and some peace of mind.
You should know that I regret nothing. If this Freya Nielsen person had not been involved, I would have done it again.
Someone told me the Stalinists were frightened of you. I believe them.
The country of my birth breeds its share of brutes and bullies, but also some of the greatest intellectual and artistic minds the world has ever known. I pray that one day we will again be remembered for that.
I share your hope, Princess.
And of course, with the real murderer of that man out there somewhere, we are no longer guilty of much. Correct?
Princess, don't push your luck too far. If you'll excuse me, I have some packing to do. Ladies?
Ladies and gentlemen. Vale, ve a la habitación de la princesa. Vale, ahora nosotros tenemos que ir a la nuestra, si no me equivoco. Vale, 202. Vale. Perfecto.
At the end of this investigation, I still have my doubts. Did I make the right choice with the 12 self-proclaimed jurors? Yes, it was the right thing to do.
Sí. Yo creo que sí, familia.
As for Mademoiselle Nielsen, what would I have done if she had not escaped?
Si Freya Nielsen no se hubiera escapado, ¿habría hecho que la detuvieran? No.
The crime was committed. By letting all those responsible go free, I am no longer just a simple investigator, but a judge. This question will haunt me.
No, porque, a ver...
Judges often take motive into consideration when deciding the sentence for a crime. You are not a judge. Your job is to establish the facts, which you have done. The case has been solved. Another already awaits you.
Pues seguro.
It is the reason you were on this train. It is time. Time to move on.
Llegamos a París. La ciudad del amor, ¿no? Dicen. Yo la veo más como la ciudad de los croissants. Ay, señor. El amor. Andará. Vale.
I hope you will travel with us again, Monsieur Poirot.
¿Dónde tenemos que ir? Bigotico.
Golden mustache.
Vale.
Poirot is a nasty man. Poirot is a nasty man.
I wonder where Princess Dragomirov's bird can... Have you lost something? May I help you?
Oh, Mr. Poirot, you have done so much already.
What is it you have lost?
My friends, we are traveling to Poland to help with children. We were to meet at an information booth. But where do I get information on how to find an information booth?
There is, I believe, an information booth just inside the main terminal.
Oh, thank you, sir. You are a great detective.
And you, madame, are a good soul.
Madame Olson.
I will miss this train.
Hey, Poirot. Say, have you seen a scruffy little guy in a green trench coat?
I cannot say I have. Why?
He's my next case.
Another case? That was indeed fast.
A detective's gotta eat. You know what I mean.
I have some idea, yes.
Suspected embezzler, traveling east, out on the Orient Express. Say, you wouldn't be interested in teaming up, would you? Some good money in it.
I have had enough of trains for a while, thank you.
Okay, suit yourself.
Vale, con estas hablamos ya.
Mr. Poirot, Mr. McQueen here thinks he may know an attorney in the Berkshires who might need a gentleman's gentleman.
He's old school English. I think the clock stopped for him in 1934.
I hope it works out for you, Monsieur Masterman. What about you, Monsieur McQueen?
Well, back to law school for me, following my father's footsteps. We can take the train to St. Pancras, then the Piccadilly line to Heathrow and check out some flights.
Might as well. We're already packed.
I wish you both bonne chance.
Vale.
Ah, Poirot.
Poirot!
Mission accomplished. I have reported to the police that Freya Nielsen killed Hatchet and that she escaped. They're issuing an international arrest warrant. There's a canal that runs alongside the tracks where she jumped from the train. But they say there's little chance she survived. The police have questioned all of the passengers and crew, so for now, they are free to leave.
Vale.
I gave them the results of my preliminary autopsy, and they have the report from the Venetian authorities. They were arguing about jurisdiction when I left.
Thank you, Doctor. You have been of inestimable help.
A fascinating case. I'm pleased I could assist you.
Look.
Mr. Poirot, it seems our paths part here. It was an honor and a pleasure to work with you.
And I am with you, Detective Locke. The
Look.
case would have been impossible without your tenacity and dedication to finding the truth. You also proved to be an able con artist in Geneva.
You too.
Un abrazo, mira, se ha
Thank
quedado
you
todo
for
loco.
everything. I'll never forget you.
And I shall always treasure our collaboration.
Well, that's that.
Tengo hambre. Yo también tengo hambre.
Let's go to the Wagon Rouge restaurant. They make an excellent leg of lamb.
But it's only 5:34 p.m. Is food all you really think about, my friend?
I'm the one inviting you. You've well deserved it.
Pues ya está. Aunque uno lo diga y el otro lo haga.
I'm not
Adelante.
going to obtain for you a secret recipe this time.
Poirot, they make a chocolate
Oh,
mousse.
qué rico la mousse de chocolate, locos.
It must have a secret ingredient in it.
The last
Qué
recipe
rica.
came from a murderer.
But it was
Pero era sublime. Vale, familia, pues terminamos. Juegazo. Por lo menos para mí ha sido un juegazo. Sinceramente, es un gran juego. Sí es verdad que se ha extendido quizá en un poquín de largo. Quizá una horita y media le hubiera sobrado. O un par de horas al juego. Pero bueno, no está nada mal. Puntuación mía, un 8 tranquilamente, ¿vale? El juego está bastante bien. Tiene una historia bastante contundente, bastante amplia y bastante bien hecha y bien presentada. Así que poquita cosa más que decir, familia. ¿Qué deciros? Pues que tenéis que darle un likeazo. Si os mola el contenido y si no estáis suscritos, suscribiros, que no cuesta nada, tan solo un clic. Y apoyáis a un servidor como yo, familia cojones. Y nos vemos en el siguiente vídeo. ¡Hasta luego!